Alright, welcome to live draft tutorial. Just to give you a refresher, and that's been like 4 or 5 years since I've done this. So to get to the live draft room, you want to click on the owners here and go to live draft room, second option down. It'll point to this window. I'm going to maximize the screen here for me so to show you what's going on. Draft day, this timer will be going 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It'll be ticking down from here. You'll see all the action here. Draft messages will keep track of what the recent picks are and actions. Draft picks, this actually goes through the round by round. This will scroll down as we're going through the draft. And then this is the chat window in case people are talking. If you have questions, you can put in here, like, here's a test, there you go. So the most important part of this is going to be to the left here. We're making a draft pick, obviously. Here's all your players. The great thing about this is that it sets up by average draft position. You can sort it out that way, but you can also do it alphabetical if you're looking for, by name, and it's going to organize by A to Z, numbers first, obviously, if you want to look at it that way. The great thing about this too is that you can say, I only want the wide receivers alphabetical, then you can find them pretty quickly and scroll through. You can also do ADP by position, so you can see how they have their average draft position ranked according to myfantasyleague.com. This is a way to find players quickly. When we first start, it's going to be easy to see this overall. The great feature about this that's key for you to make the draft as smooth as possible, to not make you feel like you're too much under pressure, is that you can put people into a draft queue like this. So I click on Le'Veon Bell, you see him highlighted, I click this arrow here, he moves him over. And so what happens is, if timer runs out, what will happen is it will pick your highest ranked player in your draft queue. Now if I want Odell Beckham first, I'm going to move him up to the top. That's how I do these arrows right here, is how you do it. So you can, what I usually do when I draft is I'm putting 7 or 8 guys in the queue here, so I don't, and what will happen is once someone drafts them, those will go away in that draft window, so you won't have to worry about that, so you'll know if they're gone. That is the best way to be smooth about it. And if you're looking for someone quickly, you can go by position. You can also go by football team. If you know their football team but can't remember who they are, hey, I know they play for the Patriots, it's going to bring up, every person on the Patriots that's available to draft. Does that make sense? So it makes it really easy to find players here. You're not going to have this because I'm commissioner controlled right now, but that's the thing. If you need help, if you know you want to get pick, put it in the chat window, say it on the line, what have you, text me, and I can pick for you very quickly. The key to this as well, so you got this window is going to be vital for you. The other thing is to refresh as much as possible. Okay, so on an Apple, it's Command R. On a Windows, I believe it would be Control R, I think. I don't have a PC because I don't like them, but I think it's Control R. Whatever the reload, this page, you'll see it in the top bar of whatever your browser window is. If you ever have a problem, I refresh often. I'm constantly hitting Command R all the time. So if you have a problem with that, just make sure you do that. Now obviously it doesn't fit the whole screen. Down here you see player profiles, and then it'll have your roster as you draft down here. I usually don't pay attention to that because I have another thing keeping track of that. This just puts you projected stats from a website called Fantasy Sharks, whatever. But these things are going to be the most important. This timer up here is going to be the big part. You'll see 2 minutes and 30 seconds counting down. This is the big window you'll work from. This shows you the result of the draft picks, and you can scroll up and down and refresh often. You can even hit reload this page. So the draft picks are out of date. They get kind of what have you, hit refresh. That's always the default. If you have a problem, hit refresh. If it still doesn't work, talk to me, but it's going to work as long as you hit refresh. So you can also have a draft commentator if you want. There's different voices. I usually keep it off unless you really need it to keep track of things, but that should get you through everything there is to know about the live draft. If you got any questions, give me a call or text before we go to the draft, and then I can try to guide you through that. But I really want to be militant about keeping to the 2:30 and just making it just like you would at ESPN. There's no mercy on the timer. You got so much time to pick it. You don't pick it, you snooze, you lose. It's going to pick from whatever your queue is, or the ADP. So that way it'll make the draft go much faster. You won't be sitting around for 3.5 hours, what have you. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of what's going on. If you have any questions, feel free to call or text me. We'll see you Saturday.